I'm Bo Timken, Master Sake Sommelier, and we're speaking about the history of sake in this segment, but now more importantly we're speaking about the future of sake, and specifically the future of sake in the West. When I speak to my brewers, owners of breweries, I always ask them, what is your goal for exporting sake? How much could you feasibly think or perceive that you will one day export overseas to thriving markets? And currently, the guys all basically have the same answer. Right now, we are about the mighty 1%. If you can believe it, 1% of their sales is for export. Now, my goal, I always joke, is within 10 years, I want to be 10%. The future of sake in the West is extremely bright. The beverage sells itself. It's sort of the second chance syndrome right now as drinkers. Most people have had their bad tequila moment and they never went back. Well, a lot of people have had their hot sake moment where they drank too much, they felt horrible, and they never gave it a second chance. Well, people are seeing now that that's a different beast altogether, and again, it's the second chance syndrome where people are coming back to sake. Now, there's also a big movement for people who never got into the wine scene because of the Robert Parker-ish or the snobbery of wine. I don't want to say that too loudly, but there's this disenfranchised wine group that has really moved towards sake, and they're the ones that are propping it. And again, as I like to tell people, sake is this unskied upon snow slope. Nobody's laid tracks down. You get to go and find and explore it for yourself. There aren't so many blowhards out there who said, this is the way it is, this is the way it is. You get to go and define it yourself. And a lot of people really like that. They really embrace that. And I am currently on a pilgrimage to get people to think of sake outside the box, to think of sake outside of the masu, and to take sake to not just sushi restaurants or Japanese restaurants, but to take sake to Italian restaurants or to French restaurants or even Mexican restaurants. Sake is a great food companion. And we'll talk a little bit more about how food and sake go together. But the future of sake in the West, I have to wear sunglasses. Again, I am banking my business on it only because it sells itself. And I think once people realize that there's a better product out there, they will gravitate toward that naturally. And again, the future is extremely bright for sake in the West, overseas, and the exporting of sake.